guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna do Little Red Riding Hood. I'm going to prep my face like I usually do. The breakouts are not cute these days. We're gonna start with HangoveRX from Too Faced, and then I'm going to follow that up with Benefit's POREfessional. Next, I'm going to grab some paint brushes or just old makeup brushes that you don't want to use again, because we're going to use some liquid latex, and this stuff is going to just kill your brushes. You're going to need some toilet paper or some paper towels, and you can find liquid latex at your Halloween stores right now. So all I'm going to do is start laying down the latex where I want my rotting, peeling skin to appear, and then I'm going to lay tissue paper right on top of that, and then you just repeat the process. So after I have all of my tissue paper laid down, I'm going to go back in with the liquid latex and cover right over that, and then go in again with another layer of tissue paper. So after about 4 or 5 layers of tissue paper and latex, you're just going to want to let that dry before we peel it up. Moving on to foundation, I'm just going to use a light foundation to even out my skin tone so that we have an even base to work with. Then going in with my Makeup Forever Flash palette. They do have 3 of these. I'm not sure which color palette this is. I'm gonna take that greenish color. It's a really good like dead color, and I'm going to apply this all over my eyes as a base. Then taking my Mega Pro palette, I'm going to use the color Stone to just start hollowing out my eyes. Basically the only color that I used from that palette is the color Stone. It was just like perfection. Taking a matte black shadow, I'm just going to go right in the corners again, just for a deepened hollow effect. Going back into my flash palette, I'm going to take that brown color that's right next to that green color I was pointing at, and I'm going to start sketching out my cheeks to hollow out our face. And this is just easy. I'm going to go from the center of my ear and then drag it straight down, giving a little curve kind of where your cheekbones would be. And I'm just kind of thickening the line up with the same pencil brush that I used to apply it, and then I'm going to go in with this brush right here that has no product on it and just blend it out even more. And don't be afraid to get in there with your fingers. They're the best blending tools that you have. Here I'm just taking a little bit of foundation that was already on our brush and just lightening that area up because I just made it a little too dark. So you can go back in over it, and it's going to help the blending effect even more as well. Going back into the Mega Pro palette and picking up the color Stone again, I'm just going to shade our cheeks even more, concentrating on keeping everything above the line clean and just shading right below it. Here I dipped my pencil brush in that same color Stone that we shaded it out with, and I'm just running it along the edge to make it nice and crisp. Going back in with a matte black shadow, I'm going to hollow out the inner corners again. This is a lot of layering, so I do a lot of the steps just over again to build the intensity up. And I'm also going to bring it into the crease of my eye and then blend it out with a large fluffy brush. Taking the color white from the most recognized flash palette, I'm going to use this to mute out my brows, so I'm just taking an angle brush and running it through the hairs. Taking a matte black shadow again, I'm going to just run this underneath my lower lash line and then buff it all out. Taking this muted dead green color again, I'm going to highlight my face with it, and then I decided that I just wanted to cover my whole face in this green color because, like I said, it gave off like a really good dead, rotting kind of look. So that's all we're doing here, is covering our entire face. Then I'm just going to set my whole face with Ben Nye's Neutral Set. Taking a mixture of dark browns and red browns, I'm just going to use this to contour even more. So I'm going to bring it up into my hairline and then just go over our cheekbones to intensify the color even more. Taking that green once more, I'm going to go over our latex chin. Taking the color Stone once again, I'm going to use this to shade around my nostrils and underneath my lip. So taking the matte black shadow once more, I'm going to use it to blend out the liquid liner that I applied. I didn't want such a perfect liner, so I'm just taking a pencil brush and smudging that all out. And then we're going to apply false lashes. These are just from the Halloween store, and they were actually really difficult, again, to apply. So now it's time to start lifting up our latex, and all I'm doing is pinching right at the bottom of it so that I can get my fingers in there and then pulling it up. Just take your time with this because you don't want to rip your latex. You just want to slightly get it off your chin so that you're able to roll it up and it looks like rolled up skin. Taking red from the flash palette, I'm going to place this all over my real chin and then up onto the latex that you can actually see, the folded over part. And then we're going to go back into our flash palette. We're going to pick up the black shade, and then I'm going to run this between the latex and my chin just for shading. Taking the color Stone once more in a little teeny tiny brush, I'm going to start mapping out my veins. I do go over these a couple times with a brown color, and then at the end we'll go over them with a liquid liner. It's just easier to start with a light shadow, so if you make a mistake, it's easy to correct. And then I just like to tap over it to make sure that they're blended and it just doesn't look like shadow resting on your face. It looks like it's actually underneath your skin. Going back in with a combo of these colors, I'm just going to use this to contour my face even more. My favorite part, the blood. I'm gonna take Ben Nye's Fresh Scab and use this first. I love this blood. It's like so realistic and it's super, super thick. So when you put it on, it's gonna stay on and it looks better once it's dried. It gives like that scabby effect to it. So I'm gonna start with this all over my chin and up onto the latex. And then I'm going to go in with Mehron's Coagulated blood, which is just like this gel blood that has a nice real effect to it as well, and it's going to stay in place where you put it and just look super realistic, which I love. Now, it wouldn't be a Halloween tutorial if I didn't use my Snazaroo face paint, right? So I'm going to use this all over my neck because my neck was just not matching with my face. And then I'm going to go in with some brown shadows and just kind of contour my collarbones just to make me look like deadly-ish. I also went in with that greenish deadly color and placed that over my neck as well, but I don't know where those clips are. So then after that, I'm going to go in with some more of the Nye Fresh Scab blood, and I'm just going to place this around my ears because I didn't want her to look cute at all. Then I'm going to take this fake dirt. This is called Soot. I'll have the whole name listed in the bottom bar, and I'm going to run this all over my neck and chest area. The fingerprints kind of gave it a cool effect, like it looked like I was bruised and whatnot, so I'm just going to blend this in all over my neck. Then taking any felt tip liner, I use this to draw veins all over my neck. I felt like a vein pro at this point, so I didn't feel the need to go over it with the shadow. So I just drew those bad boys right on, and veins are super easy. Just draw lots of squiggly lines coming off of squiggly lines. And I'm also going to go back to my face and just intensify all the veins on my face as well. Now for some drippy blood, this is just blood that I found at the Halloween store. I'm going to squeeze this onto my chin so it kind of gives a little runny effect. So after that, I popped in some contacts, and as you can see, I have one kind of red eye, but I ended up not liking it, and I like the clear ones way better, so we are going to switch that. Moving on to the lips, I'm going to take our deadly green again and just cover my entire mouth with this, and then we're going to go back in with our matte black shadow, and we're going to run this right in the center of our mouth to give us a nice dead mouth. And you can use this look for other things besides Little Red Riding Hood. She'd be a great zombie in my opinion. All you have to do now is throw on a red hood and Little Red Riding Hood is complete. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't have anything else to say except I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.